I'm Keith Aldrich, and president of Continuity Consulting and co-founder of Ethos Edge. Ethos Edge is actually an online community that's focused on character development and personal leadership. We created Ethos Edge because we really wanted to create a community that moved beyond posting cat pictures and that took a serious approach to personal development, growth, and with an emphasis on character. What we found is there was a broad community of people that were interested in their own personal development and growth and transformation of character, and we wanted to provide that venue to connect, to share, to grow, and even provide character-based assessments as well as training and online resources. One of our goals actually with Ethos Edge is really to kind of spark a movement amongst people, amongst business professionals, government officials, university students, people that believe that the transformation of their character and growth and personal leadership is critical to the transformation of our businesses, our government, and our communities, as well as our individual lives. And so that's our hope, is really just to facilitate that movement. I think CBI is a great resource and will be a great asset to the community because when I look at my own journey, I look back, and 11 years ago when I started my own firm, it ended up being a lonely venture. As someone who was trying to figure out how to integrate my faith into an entrepreneurial environment and running my own firm. Now, I was fortunate in that years later I got introduced to a good friend of mine now, Dave DeRoos, and it turned out he was a consultant that was 10 years ahead of me on his journey of integrating his faith with his business practices. And about 5 years ago, he and I started meeting every Friday for about an hour, and we would talk about business and faith and family and the challenges of being a business owner, and those things were a tremendous anchor for me. I didn't feel so alone. There's so many competing messages in the marketplace of what it means to be successful, and you're trying to filter through that with a biblical worldview, trying to find your own way. And it was, like I said, for me, it was just a very lonely process at times, being a leader, being a business owner, and not feeling connected. And that's where I think CBI can play a really important role to other business leaders that are out in the community, that they don't have to go it alone, that there's other people that are on that journey, that are figuring it out. Some may be further along, that can lend a helping hand, but we can all learn from one another. And whether someone's looking for some of the more formalized programs of some of the CBI affiliates that have year-long and 2-year-long programs for entrepreneurs and business owners, to maybe some of the more informal networking groups, again, I think it gives a way to make it available and make people know what resources are at their disposal. One of the values I think CBI would bring to pastors and churches and the business leaders in the churches is just, again, the connection, being a resource. As I was on this journey myself, very grateful and thankful to the pastors for my own spiritual growth, but it would have been great 10 years ago had they been connected to CBI, knew about CBI, and could point me in that direction and say, hey, here are business leaders that are on that same journey you're on, Keith. Why don't you get connected with them? So that's why I think there's a value for pastors and churches to engage with CBI.